What's poppin', YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And in this video right here, brand new series, my first video, about to start the Mercury through the sign series. So this video is for those who have an Aries and Mercury. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know what your Mercury sign is, if you don't know what a Mercury sign is in general, if you don't understand yourself through astrology or numerology, if you don't believe that it's true, that it's real, if you don't understand that you have to learn about this stuff, you have to know it, you have to understand yourself energetically wise, cosmic wise, astrology wise, numerology wise, just energy wise in general. Don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos, put the link in the description. You gotta watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you looked at your birth chart, or your natal chart, it's the same thing, and you realize you have a Mercury in Aries, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Like you already know, before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Mercury in Aries people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got James Brown, Al Pacino, Robert Downey Jr., Kourtney Kardashian, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Sarah Jessica Parker, Diana Ross, Travis Scott, Leona Lewis, your boy Martin Lawrence, George Lopez, Kyrie Irving, and Carmen Electra. Alright, so boom, Mercury in Aries. First of all, your Mercury placement. So now through my series in this YouTube channel so far, we've talked about your sun sign, which is your ego. We talked about your moon sign, which is your emotions, how you act when it comes to emotions. We talked about your rising sign, which is like your physical appearance, how you look and how you present yourself to the world, and also how you perceive yourself to look and present yourself to the world. We talked about your Mars sign, which is your action, how you go about doing things, how you go about your drive. We talked about the Venus, which is what you're attracted to, what you find value in, what you like to spend money on when it comes to like your attraction, basically. And now we're at Mercury. And now Mercury represents how you intellectualize things, how you communicate, how you take in information, how you analyze information. Remember, Mercury is the fastest planet of the solar system. So it's all about your quick-witted mind, your mind that just moves fast, how you like intake information, how you process information, and how you communicate it out to people. So it represents how you think, basically. The moon is how you feel. Mercury is how you think. So having Mercury in Aries, we're going to take the Aries energy. You know, the Aries energy, the masculine energy, cardinal. Aries is first, wants to be first all the time, competitive, in your face. Most of them are in your face. Some are low key. There's like, we have like two different kind of Aries. We have the low key Aries, or we have the Aries that's like in your face and rash and like really all up in your face like that. But you're gonna take that Aries energy and put it in the category of your communication. Mercury also represents, and it tells you like your voice, how you like project yourself when it comes to your voice. It tells you like your voice range, how you speak, how you present yourself when it comes to your communication when you're talking. So we're going to take the Aries energy, we're going to put it in the category of Mercury. So those that have an Aries Mercury are going to be like on communication. Obviously they're going to have this like get straight to the point when they're talking. They don't like to beat around the bush. They're going to be like straight up to the point, very cutthroat, low key, very in your face, depending on the other signs in your chart. And now Mercury is going to only be one sign away from the sign it is. So for example, you have an Aries Mercury, so you're going to have a sun sign Aries, or a sun sign Pisces, or a sun sign Taurus. Mercury does not like to, Mercury moves with the sun in the solar system, so it doesn't like to move too far away from the sun. So it's going to be only one placement away from the sun. So having an Aries Mercury, like I said, you're going to be, Mercury also represents how you think and how you intellectualize things. So Mercury by itself moves fast already, and Aries by itself moves fast already. So putting these two energies together, you're going to be very quick thinking, quick-witted. You're going to be very quick on your feet. When situations arise and come to you and presented to you, you're gonna be really quick about making a decision. Like Aries, you already know Aries does not like to waste time in making decisions. Aries low key doesn't like to think either when they're making decisions. They like to just like find the fastest, most effective way that will help them at the moment right now. They're all about the impatience and the right now type thing. So when you're taking that Aries energy into Mercury, you're gonna be really quick at making decisions. You're gonna be really good at making off the cuff impulsive decisions. There's a good and bad to everything, we already know. So obviously you're gonna be also impulsive too when you're doing things. When something comes in your mind, you're gonna have like an impulsive way of figuring out the answer. It's gonna be like just straight up quick fast like that. Some people that have an Aries and Mercury will be very, very loud when they're talking. And I said some people because it goes into the chart, looking at what other signs you have. Let's say you have like a lot of water in your chart. You're going to be probably like the type that's not going to be loud when you're talking. You're probably going to be like, people are going to have to be like, ask you to repeat yourself a lot when you're talking. Going to be like a little more soft spoken, even though you have an Aries and Mercury. But knowing that you have an Aries and Mercury, and if you have like, a lot of water in your chart or earth in your chart, if you're more reserved, understand that you have this power inside of you that you can command respect. You can command your presence through your voice. Having an Aries Mercury, Aries is a natural leader, so you can command like your presence alone through your voice. You can command respect. You can command leadership through your voice. So really try to work on your confidence. If you're not really like loud speaker like that, if you're not putting yourself in that leadership role, having a Mercury in Aries, really work on and think about why you're not confident in yourself, because having a Mercury in Aries automatically puts you into like the leadership role, automatically allows you to be heard. Aries Mercury people don't beat around the bush, like I said, so they always say things that people are afraid to say. Like the elephant in the room, Aries Mercury would be like, yeah, we're gonna talk about that big ass elephant right there, like right now, because people that are afraid to say things, Aries Mercury will make themselves be like, all right, so I'll be the brave one, I'll be the initiator. Remember, Aries is cardinal signs, like to start things. Aries likes to be first, put themselves ahead of everybody. So when it comes to like being like truthful, they're gonna say exactly what needs to be said. Like they're gonna say like the truth, but they're gonna say it in like in a cutthroat way, or in a very like direct, straight to the point way. So around these people, they're the type, and having an Aries Mercury, you're probably the type to always like say things without thinking. So you're gonna say something, and then you heard what you said, and it's like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. But low key, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry I said that. It's gonna be like, oh, I said it. It is what it is. Like, what you gonna do? So people around you are gonna always feel like you're saying things like off the cuff, or you're saying things that's like really rash and really offensive. Sometimes you could curse a lot. You could have like a sharp tongue, because like the mind already, Mercury moves fast already. So remember, Aries moves fast too. So when things come in your head, when ideas come in your head, when information comes in your head, the way you communicate it out is gonna be through the lens, through the filter of the Aries Mercury. So it's gonna come out like, Aries type. It's gonna be like really quick. It's gonna be really straight to the point, really in your face. It could be aggressive too. It could always be, it most likely is gonna be impulsive, depending on the other signs in your chart. Like I said, you could be like a more earth dominated person. So you have like a more slower way of expressing yourself rather than impulsive. But in general, having the Aries Mercury, definitely going to be impulsive. So definitely work on thinking through things before you say it. Now, I'm an Aries sun, so I could relate to this big time. There's a lot of times I said some shit that I'm like, yo, I shouldn't have said that. But once it comes out, like, it already came out. Because, like, we just like to move. It's all about action. Aries Mercury people, too, really like to because Mercury also represents how you like to study and how you like to learn things. Like, we don't really learn, Aries Mercury people don't really learn well by just like sitting in one spot and reading a manual or just reading the instructions. They like to learn from like doing hands-on things. They like to learn from watching videos. They like to learn like when it comes to action-oriented kind of things. So they like to learn hands-on, like when they can move, when they can do it with you, when they can watch you physically. They're not really into like sitting in one spot and being patient, following the instructions, just all one by one. Like, let's say like a Taurus Mercury who will really take their time and be patient. Aries Mercury just wants to get straight to the point, They want to get straight to the meat and the bones or whatever the situation is. Like they want to get to the depth or the point of the situation. So it's going to come off really quick, really brash, and really impulsive. So work on the thinking first before you speak, because a lot of times people around you are way more sensitive than you, obviously. So the things you say can really offend people, because like I said, y'all are like always ready for like action, always ready for war, always ready for competition, always ready for like for friction, basically, because you're just always ready just to fight. You're just always ready like that. Being Aries, having Aries energy, Aries is always ready for competition. So when he's saying things, you actually don't mind when people combatively come at you with like a response, or you kind of like that arguing energy. You like to combat, like debate and argue with each other, and you like that intensity, like that intense verbal fighting, verbal sparring, basically. Aries is all about competition. So you're gonna always want to like kind of start debates with people, always gonna want to start talking shit just to get people sparked up. You like to get people revved up through your energy, through your fire Mercury energy. So you like to get people riled up, revved up. You just love to have like very playful. I'll say that. All in all, I was gonna say like all in all, very playful energy. Like when you're talking to people, when you want to get people hyped up, even when you're mad, it comes off like a playful, childish type energy. Remember, Aries is the baby, so very playful energy. So depending on the people you're around, you're gonna be compatible with people that are like you, that are not as sensitive, that like to also be competitive, that like to like the fast-paced movements of communication. You're not gonna be compatible with people that are like really extremely patient, that really think through every single thing before they do something, that is really sensitive, that words really affect them deeply. You're not going to really be compatible with those kind of people, because Aries is just likes to go through things, just likes to just conquer, basically, just likes to conquer. So understand this. Even when I was saying these things, and if you feel like it doesn't resonate with you, understand that you have to look at your whole entire chart. If you have a lot of water and earth signs, you will not be as much of an Aries Mercury like I just described when it comes to like in your face and like cutthroat with the speech. But people still should not take you out for granted, because like even if you're a shy person with an Aries Mercury, one day something comes out, like you're gonna be that shy person. All of a sudden you just come out and you just speak and be loud, or like you will just snap, and people will be surprised, like, damn, you had that in you the whole time. Like, damn, I didn't know you were that, like, I didn't know you spoke that loud. I never heard you speak that loud before. I never heard you get that mad before. So it's inside you. Understand that it's inside you. You could use this energy for like public speaking. You could use this energy for whatever position you are at work, or whatever your business is, to command leadership, to put yourself in like that leadership role. They say Adolf Hitler was also Aries Mercury, and you see how like, even though what he did was bad as fuck, you could see how much respect he commanded through his voice when he was speaking, through his speeches. Like Aries Mercury, y'all could really use your energy for like making yourself known through your communication and through your speeches, and people will automatically like look up to y'all, because your voice just commands that respect. Your voice just commands that, look at me, like this is what it is, like I'm talking, like I want y'all to hear me. And another thing that could happen with having an Aries Mercury too, because Mercury is also how you think. Remember, Mercury is how you think. So in Aries, we all know Aries is very selfish. Aries thinks about themselves a lot, or Aries thinks about themselves first before you think about anything else. So you have the tendency to always put yourself first when it comes to whatever like situation comes, whatever happens in your life, whatever information comes in your head. You tend to put yourself first, and you put yourself first, and you communicate it out to people with that like me first, me attitude kind of thing. So that's a good and bad thing. Like I said, it's a good thing because you always make sure that you're well taken care of, your needs are met, that you make sure you're good. And it's bad because people around you will look at you like, why are you always talking about yourself, or why are you always putting yourself first? Like, why don't you like try to add somebody else to the mix, or why don't you like to add people? Why don't you like to put other people's interests before yours? So having an Aries Mercury, work on not being too self-centered. And I understand, I'm an Aries sun, like I said, so I understand 100% that we put ourselves first a lot. I understand 100%. But understand that Mercury is how you think. So you're going to always think about yourself first before when you're doing any situation. So going through life, thinking about yourself first. Understand that people around you will look at you and be like, yeah, you're definitely selfish as hell. You're definitely very greedy. They could say y'all greedy sometimes. Like y'all just always want to put yourself first all the time. But use this energy to like, make yourself and put yourself in situations that you can like really be a leader in. Like definitely leadership. You definitely want to make yourself put yourself in a position of leadership. With this Mercury sign, you want to make people hear you, and like you want people to like really respect what y'all say. So if you have problems with your speech, understand that it's all about the confidence you have inside yourself, because you have the energy, you talk, you have that capacity to talk loud and to be commanding when you speak, even if you feel like you're shy and you're soft spoken. You have it inside you. So really understand that you really want to look within yourself and work on yourself to really embody that Aries Mercury energy and use that to help you propel yourself in life. You want to be successful. You want to have an entrepreneurship attitude. You want to have that business mindset kind of thing. You want to put yourself out there, and people will automatically respect you when you speak, because like I said, you command that respect. You command that presence when you're talking. Work on the me first attitude. Work on the selfishness. I mean, that's Aries in general. Aries are just automatically selfish because that's the baby of the zodiac. They think about themselves a lot. They're the first sign. They always want to be first. So it is what it is. But knowing your weaknesses will help you like really propel yourself in life. So work on the selfishness. Definitely people around you will like being around you because y'all are definitely fun to be around. That playful, childlike energy. Aries is just like just very childlike and playful in general. Likes to move around. Loves to just have fun. So very playful energy. People are going to be around you. You're going to like that. You're going to be very rash in your decisions. You're going to be very cutthroat when you're talking. You're going to be very impulsive too. So keep that in mind when you're doing things. Keep that in mind, like when you're about to make a decision. Understand that, all right, so I'm an Aries Mercury. So before I do this, let me take a couple seconds more to think about what I'm doing before I speak, or to think about what I'm doing before I do something, because you know how fast Aries are. You know how fast Mercury is. So putting that quick, fast energy together will definitely make y'all do a lot of irrational, have a lot of irrational decisions. So work on just slowing down a little bit, thinking. Just take an extra 10 seconds to think about, all right, so before I do this, let me make sure this is straight. Let me make sure like I'm not really going off the cuff here, or I'm not doing things impulsively. So just work on that, and you will definitely have a lot of fun with this placement. Like I said, you will command respect. You will be like in that leadership role. People will respect you. Definitely put yourself out there. Use the internet. Put yourself out there. Make a YouTube channel, and you could really express yourself, and people would automatically start paying attention because you command that your voice pitch, the way you speak, and what you say. A lot of y'all talk really fast too. So also, if you're talking too fast, work on slowing it down and really being really like patient with your words when it's coming out. Because all Mercury is like, Mercury is when you're speaking, you're thinking at the same time while talking. So like all Mercury is like that filter of information coming through your ears, thinking about the words to say and coming out. So having Aries Mercury, everything's just gonna come in quick, fast, and come out quick, fast. So just work on slowing it down a little bit so you get so you know exactly what needs to be said and how to say it. But definitely a good placement to have. You're gonna have a lot of fun with this placement. Slow down a little bit. Don't be too selfish. Think about other people before yourself sometimes. More easier said than done, Aries, I understand, but that's just the pros and cons of everything. Slow down. Don't be too offensive to people. Really care about people's feelings and how they feel about what you say. Because like I said, you're going to put yourself and feel like you're the bravest person to speak what needs to be said. So that elephant in the room, you're going to always talk about the elephant in the room and speak it loud. And you want people to hear you. Work on not interrupting people when you're talking. I've noticed that a lot of Aries Mercury people, when you're talking to them, they like to talk over you a little bit, or they like to interrupt you while you're talking because they always want to be first. They want to get their point out first. So work on we all know you're the shit. I already know you're number one. I already know you're competitive. You feel like you're the shit. I understand that. Just work on adding other people's energies into your analytical mind so it can help you like propel. Like, don't just be so one-sided. Don't be so like, my thoughts are the best, or I'm just the best in everything, so I'm not gonna listen. Just work on not being so hard-headed, because Aries is ruled by the head, so definitely very hard-headed. Work on that, then you're gonna definitely help yourself. Use this placement to help you better yourself in life. So that was my Aries Mercury video. Hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is gonna be on Taurus and Mercury. My next video is gonna be on Mercury and Taurus. You already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, appreciate all y'all, especially all the new subscribers, all the comments I'm getting. I read all of them. I appreciate all y'all, for real, for real. Appreciate the support. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy, Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.